All right, give me a thumbs up in the chat room, everyone, that you could hear me, because for some reason, I know Suzanne can. Can the rest of you hear me? Can you hear me all right? Trisha, can you hear me? Oh, good. Okay. It's so weird, Suzanne. I can't hear anything, and I'm sure it's something I did wrong. Hi, Allison. Oh my gosh, look at Allison's background. She looks like just in the most beautiful place. Welcome everyone to Mindset Monday. I always try to say Monday Mindset, but it's Mindset Monday. And I'm so grateful you're here. I am so grateful you're here. If you ever need anything from the higher life, please reach out to Suzanne Simone. She is our client concierge, and she will help you with whatever you need. She's the hostess with the mostest, and we are just so excited to hear at the higher life party. So I am Dr. Erin. If you're new to me, I'll tell you a little bit about me, and then we'll dive into our training. And I'll also share with you the couple ways right now that you can work with me if you're ever interested in that. So I'm Dr. Erin. I'm a psychologist. So I am the success psychologist. I had a private practice for many, many years, like 17 years. And about 5 years ago, I had this dream on my heart to become a coach and a speaker. And that's what I did. I hired a lot of mentors and figured it out. And now I get to do what I love. And so the world is opening up again, and it's so fun. I get to go speak in the next several months again, which is just my happy place. And that is so bizarre because my number one fear growing up was speaking, and I fainted on internship in graduate school. So if I can do it, anything's possible, people. I am the CEO of The Higher Life. The Higher Life is the high performance life, supercharged by your highest self. For many of us, that's our higher power. And so the higher life really is my business, sales, and high performing container where we elevate everything in your life and what is most important for you that you want to elevate, whether that's your confidence, your motivation, your productivity, energy, income, wealth, impact, influence, joy, happiness, relationships, spirituality, or all of the above, right? And so there is a way to work with me for 6 months or 12 months. It's called Ascente, which means to rise. And we meet weekly and we cover all of those topics. But we cover all of the things that help me that I know will help you. They're all the things that help me become a 6-time best-selling author, an international keynote speaker. And this year, I've been selected by Success Magazine as one of the 125 people to follow globally in 2022. So I am just grateful. Grateful you're here. So let's talk about the thing that helped me have my biggest month ever in 6 years in my coaching company. I'm going to be sharing that with you today. Suzanne is clapping. We're so excited. It's so interesting. This question of who is my ideal client and how do I attract them has, I'm going to be super honest, plagued me in the last 6 years. It has made me cry in the middle of the streets in San Francisco. I was at a conference probably three years in, and like every business conference I'm at, what do you do? Who do you serve? And I mean, I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out how to explain it in a way that felt super good. I couldn't figure it out. And I was crying in the middle of the streets of San Francisco because I was like, I should be able to figure this out by now. I should have this down. I have invested over $243,000. I've now had 13 mentors. And the last mentor that I invested in, I could have went to CarMax and got a car, but I invested in my mentor and we figured it out. And it is the thing that has helped me have the number one cash month in my business. Now, let me tell you something about money. Money is the root of all awesomeness. And I'm finally figured that out. But here's the thing. I know I will make a lot of money if I serve a lot of people. That's just how this game works. And so there is no greater joy than working with your ideal clients. You will know when you're not working with your ideal clients, and that is some great information too. But we all have ideal clients, okay? And a lot of us and let me know if you can relate to this, but a lot of us female entrepreneurs are such givers and such servant leaders that we can tend to want to resist narrowing down who we help, because, let me know if you're like me, I just kind of want to save the world. I just kind of want to help everybody. And don't make me, limit it. And oh my gosh, especially if I'm starting my business, do not make me limit it, because what if I miss some people and I actually just need to grow my business and I can't whittle it down, because if I whittle it down, then I won't. It doesn't work that way. Okay. So I want you to think of your messaging for your ideal client almost as a tone that you are sending out into the world, a tone of music that when your ideal client, they're going about their life and they're listening and they're waiting to find the tone that they resonate with. And when they find the tone, they're like, hallelujah. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, that's it. Ding, 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 ding. That's kind of how it's going to hit in terms of your energy and your messaging. Your energy and your messaging. You will, when you nail this, you will have people reach out to you like I did with my coach saying, I would like to get on the phone and give you my credit card. Allison is a one-on-one client of mine. She stopped me. I think it's fine to share this. She said, I would like to talk to you about coaching. You're the one. Like, that is a fun way to do business, but it's because of the ideal client messaging. So if we're not going to go save the world, what are we going to do? Okay. So a lot of you on the call or listening are in network marketing, and you might say, well, I have products for everybody. And I'm going to say that this conversation even applies to you. You will hear things in network marketing like, if you have skin and a stomach, you can use our products. Okay, not super helpful, not super helpful. It doesn't resonate a tone that the world says, ding, 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 ding. Okay. Let me give you an example. If I say to the world, I can help you lose 10 pounds, or I can help you lose weight. That's one way of going about it. What if I said, are you someone that's tried 10 or more diets? You don't believe the next one's going to work because you've got a pretty good track record of figuring out they don't, or maybe they work and you can't keep the weight off, so there's no maintenance. And you'd like to do it in a way where you're not limited to eat chicken and broccoli or exercise twice a day. And you kind of also know that it's not just information, it's like your mindset. Like, you know that if you could have Googled your way to skinny and fit, you would have done so by now. If you'd like to break up with diets for once and all and learn how to eat in a way that you can for the rest of your life, where you're not obsessed with calorie counting or counting your macros, and you know that it's a mind game as well, this is the program for you. Okay, that's going to resonate with people, certain people. Not all people, but if I'm trying to reach all the people, I'm not going to get the people anyways. I might get one or two, but if I'm trying to reach all the people, okay. So you see what we're doing here. So this is what I'm going to share with you. I've never heard someone teach it this way, and I'm sure there are people teaching it this way. No, Seth Godin taught me this, so he's teaching it this way. I've never heard any of my mentors teach it this way, and I've got into some, not this, but some nice discussions with my mentors about how to think about ideal clients. So this is how I think about ideal clients, and I think it's going to bless you greatly. When you hear of the concept of niching down, okay, I think we got it wrong. And Seth Godin, the world's #1 marketer, he's written like, I don't know, a gazillion New York Times best-selling books on marketing. Okay, I love him, Seth Godin. He explains it like this. Back in the day, years ago, when we were figuring out marketing, especially email marketing, we got it wrong. And we thought that we had to niche to the client and to some sort of demographics list of the client. But instead, what I want you to niche down in is the exact problem you solve and how you solve it. I want you to write that down. I want you to niche down and market the exact problem you solve and the unique way that you do it. Now, this is my example to show you this. Let's say I was back in the day, the dreadful days of door-to-door sales people. And let's say I was selling a Hoover vacuum. Thank you, Jesus. I did not ever have to do that. But let's say I was doing that. Okay. The Hoover vacuum is the Hoover vacuum, right? The Hoover vacuum does not change. It does not change its function. The Hoover vacuum sucks. Okay. It's so good. The Hoover vacuum is the Hoover vacuum. The way you niche the Hoover vacuum would be different depending on who you were selling it to. Let's say I was knocking on the door and you were a stay-at-home mom. I would market the Hoover vacuum differently to you than I would if you were the owner of a building that housed corporate America. Now, the Hoover vacuum has not changed. Are you picking up the beat I'm putting down, people, right? The Hoover vacuum has not changed. So this is what my coaches have never been able to figure out about me. And this is how it looks in my business. And I think you'll understand how it looks in your business when I give you the example. I am a high performance coach with a proprietary technology that I know that when you come into my world and you want a certain result, I know the system, the science of how I'm going to get you from A to Z. But it does not matter if you're 36 or 42 or 51 or have, 2 kids, or it just doesn't matter. Okay. But how I talk about what I'm going to do with you is radically different. So Allison is a realtor. Guess what I am when I am in front of a group of realtors? I am a high performance coach for realtors, helping you get in the top 3% of the real estate profession. How do you do that? Oh, I walk realtors through my proprietary methodology called Get Amped. And but you're going to sell more houses and you're going to be in one of, you're going to be a top 25 realtor at every awards night from here on out. If I am in front of insurance agents, which are also my clients, guess what I am? I'm a high performance mentor for insurance agents. And then the insurance company paid me a lot of money to take their team to high performance. And we did. And people said, what the heck is happening in the Reno office? Oh, well, they all went through the Get Amped methodology. Okay. If I am in front of network marketers, guess what I am? I'm a high performance leader, coach, mentor for people who want to be in the top of their profession in the network marketing world. I am not niching down necessarily the demographics, although you can sometimes, and sometimes it's useful. I'm not saying it's not, but do you see how we're thinking about things? I sell homes is very different than I'm on mission to help 20 families this year who want to downsize because of the economy or because their children have recently all moved out and they have empty nesters. Who do you know that might be in that category? All of a sudden the brain's like, ooh, specificity. I know my friend Mary just sent her child off to college. Maybe she's looking. That's interesting, right? How easily it would come to mind versus who do you know that's wanting to sell their home? So if selling is serving, which it is, what are we serving? If we have this platter and we're serving, what are we serving? We're serving solutions. So let's think about this when it comes to identifying our ideal client, and then you'll see how we can move this into marketing copy. That's just words we use. Copy is just words we use to sell, and you'll see how powerful it is. So these are kind of the three categories I really want you to nail when it comes to your ideal client. I want you to understand what they want, what they really, really want. Some of us might think of making a list of what do they desire. You might make a list of what do they want to accomplish in the next 12 months. You might make a list of what keeps them up at night. You might think, what would they happily hand their credit card over to you if you could solve for them? You might think, what are they constantly complaining about? The opposite is what they desire. Okay. I feel like I'm posting all day long and crickets and I never grow my business. Okay, so you desire to have an impact on social media where you don't have to chase people. They're coming up in your inbox saying, I would like to know more about what you do. Okay, great. All of a sudden you're like, oh my God, it's like she's in my head. If she could really help me with that, that would change my whole life, right? So what is it they want is your first category. This could be a feeling. This could be an income level. This could be decisions she gets to make. I'm going to give you an example. So I might help you as a high performance coach. People most often hire me because among many, many different things, they would like to make more money. And they do when they're in my world, usually. Okay. So I can know from my ideal client being a woman who is tired of running her decisions by her budget first. That's interesting, right? Okay, what does that look like? Okay, where does that actually show up in her life? It means when she's booking her vacations, she's sick and tired of the first thing that she does on orbits.com is go and check out the budget box that says, 100 to 200. No, she wants to pick out the hotel room that she actually wants. She doesn't want to be limited in her every desire by her money. She doesn't want her money to be making the decisions, right? That might mean, okay, are you sick and tired of the second you sit down at a restaurant looking at the right-hand column first? We know the right-hand column. It's where the money. We want to order what we want. I would like the steak. I know it's the most expensive thing on the, yeah. I would like, so she wants her desires to be met and not run her desires by her budget. Very interesting, right? That will send out a tone to certain people, not all people. My ideal client is not all people. My ideal client is ready for her next big breakthrough. She's ready to make the kind of money where she can live the life she desires. Okay, so I want you to really think about, what does she want to experience? My ideal client wants to know she can trust herself to keep the promises she makes to herself. She knows she's the thing that gets in her way between her and her success. She knows it's her. She's ready to take full responsibility for that. But like, she's tried. She's like, I'm always trying. I want to actually be the woman that does what she says she's going to do. And I think you can help me do that. Okay. So what does she want? Often comes from understanding what she's sick and tired of. So you could make a list of what she's sick and tired of and turn it into, well, that means she desires something. So I could make a list, for example, of all the things that my ideal client knows that she should be doing, but that's not her desires. She knows she should meditate every day and work out every day and have a little self-care routine and time block and be present and, consult her ideal self and do her sales reach outs. But that's, if we turn it into what she desires, that's much more effective marketing that's going to resonate with her out there and call her in. So it looks like this. Are you a woman who wants to insert all the things that you know. Okay. Okay. The second kind of bucket that you want to think about is, what has she tried before? What are the Band-Aid solutions that he or she has tried already? And I want you to speak to those, because influencers teach people how to think about things. And influencers and leaders and salespeople, they're all the same. Those are all synonyms. Leaders, influencers, and salespeople, it's all the same thing, which is a whole nother Mindset Monday. They know how to get people to think about things in a certain way. So I might say, and you think you've tried all the online courses, like you've taken the courses. You are the woman that you're like, I am a great learner and student. And if I could just find the podcast or the course to show me how I can actually increase my income and my own discipline and all the things I know I need in order to move the needle on my business. You've done those things. You've gone to the conferences. You've read the personal self-help books, and you're still in the same place. Those are the Band-Aids, so to speak. Okay. Maybe, let's just say, you know, if weight loss was your thing, I mean, there's so many Band-Aids, right? You've tried limiting your calories. You've tried going gluten-free, vegan, paleo, keto. You've tried them all. You've tried only eating after 7. You've tried only eating before 7. You've tried not eating at all. You've tried eating all the things you've tried. Okay. Like those, if you can speak to those things, again, it sends out the tone of like, it's like she's in my house watching me. How does she know that? Okay. So what has she tried? Like what's not worked? What are the Band-Aids? And then third, what's still missing? And you are the thing that solves the still missing part. Okay. So I might go into an insurance agency. I might say, okay, great. You all want to be the top 3%. Yeah. You want to increase your sales. Got it. What have you tried so far? Oh, we've tried all the fancy systems of how to sell more in the insurance land. We've tried different, giving everyone different technology. We've tried, we know employee engagement is super important. So we've tried Foodie Friday. We've tried socials at the Food Truck Friday, and that didn't help. You guys, true story, okay? Well, have you invested in your human capital? What do you mean? Oh, well, have you invested in your employees? Because actually a high-performing team is made up of high-performing individuals. And if you get the individual high-performing, then the whole team is high-performing. Have you thought about the investment that you make in your human capital is the number one investment you can ever make in your business? No. Okay, got it. So if we could help your employees get one more sale every year, what would that look like in your company? Oh, it might look like about $600,000. Okay, great. So if you were to hire me for $20,000, that would be a good return on investment. Absolutely. Great. Let's do that. Okay. What do you really want from your employees? Oh my gosh, I'd like them to stop complaining so much. I'd like them to be self-starters. Okay, so are you a sales manager of an insurance team that would like your employees to be more self-starters, to increase their productivity, performance, and profits? Yes. Okay, great. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. So if you are in the online space, you want to think about your copy being about them and not you. Sometimes things are about you, and sometimes you'll see my posts are about me, but I want you also, I'm going to give you a nugget, a golden nugget here. I want you to start using the word you way more than you do right now. And it looks like this. Are you a woman who knows she's ready for her next big breakthrough? I see you. I've been you. You wonder, am I ever going to be able to stop running my decisions by my money first? You are a woman that wants, insert all the things she wants. I want you to start using the word you. I want you to start imagining when you're speaking, whether that's to a group or Facebook Live or in a video, that you're only speaking to that one ideal client. I see you. That is going to be powerful. One of my mentors, Melanie Ann Layer, if you want to take her money manifestation course with me this week, it's going to start Wednesday. It's 6 days. I have a link if you want it, but she has been online since 2017. She just hit $50 million in her business. And when she talks, I am not good at this because I have not practiced to be good at this, but she only speaks right into the camera. You see how different you feel when you kind of feel like you're in my living room with me right now and that I'm talking to you. But it's really weird for me because I haven't practiced it. And so I just want to look at your face, Allison. So I want to go down here and look at Allison. And then, oh my God, there's Brittany. And then there's Trisha and there's Suzanne. And all of a sudden you're like, well, Dr. Aaron's not really paying attention to me anymore. It's things like that that will attract your ideal client. Okay. Online. When we're with people, we look at them. When we're on, we're in Zoom, we're like, hi, and I'm terrible at it. So I don't know if I can commit to that. I have not committed to committing to that yet. I know, Allison. I don't know if I can do it, but I don't know if I want to do it, but it works. It works. So ideal client. If you struggle with this, we can do a coaching session. Okay. I can always do coaching sessions with you, if you don't want to get into a 6-month container or a year container. We cover this, of course, in Ascente, which is my 6-month container. But if you know, like, this is the thing that has plagued me, this is the thing that will completely make you money and have you loving your life, because you will attract your ideal client. I have never had a one-on-one client that I was not deeply in love with because they find me, they resonate with me. I find them, I resonate with them. I interview them, they interview me. I do not say yes to everybody because everyone is not a yes. They have to figure out, like, are you, and it is such a fun way to do business. Okay. If you're in real estate, Allison, and you're looking for power partners, you could say, I'm looking for a power partner and she is this. She loves blah, blah, blah. She loves going fast. She loves being at the top of her game. She loves connecting with the brightest people. She loves only delivering excellent levels of service. Like, you could talk about her like that and people will want to rise up and say, I don't know if I'm all of those, but I would like to be that. And people will rise up. So your ideal client is often a version of where they want to go, right? That makes sense, right? And it's okay if they listen, they'll listen and they'll be like, I am not that, but I want to be that. And so I would just, here's my credit card because help me be that. When I got on the phone with my coach and I was like, I found you through your system that got me on the phone with you, asking you how I can give you my money. If you can teach me that, I would like to hire you. She's like, that's exactly what I teach. I'm like, I know. So, and she's taught me how to do it. Like, when you see, again, you're serving solutions, the solution is how you solve that problem and how you do it. When you can nail this, you will nail everything. So please don't struggle in this area anymore. You do not need, I did not niche down to, she is 45 to 50 years old and she lives in the Western United States and she has, no, I niche down to what is she struggling with? What keeps her up at night? What has she tried? There are certain groups of people that will go ding, 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 ding. Another thing to consider when you're thinking about your ideal clients, and then I'll wrap up, is something that I resisted a lot with my coach, and now I see why it's kind of important, is I want you to think of her income level. And when my coach asked me that, I was like, oh, heck no. I'm not going to categorize people by how much money they make. Well, this is what it will tell you. The level of income is often correlated to the amount of money that person can invest in personal development, business coaching, health and wellness products. Do you see what we're talking about here? So if I'm asking someone who makes $50,000 a year to invest $20,000, that is often not going to be a match. You see? And your pricing is your positioning in the marketplace. Your pricing is your positioning. I could have chosen to be a cheap coach. It's okay. It's not bad. It's cheap, not bad. Cheap just meaning like you get me for $200 a month. No, that's not what we're doing here. Okay. But that's gonna eliminate some people. That's okay. Because my ideal client has already had a history of investing in herself. For my ideal client, it's not a matter of, am I going to invest in myself? It's where am I going to invest next? Right, Allison? You have mentors. You're not like, I'm just going to fly by the seat of my pants in this life. No, my ideal client's like, who do I want to play with next? Who has the next level of skill set that I want? Ooh, I'm going to give you one more nugget. Your ideal client has to have two things. And often we only meet one of them. And when we only meet one of these two, it doesn't work. Your ideal client has to have a want and a need. There are so many people out there that want what I have to offer, but they haven't put it in the category yet that they need it. When you understand, let's say I want to lose 10 pounds is very different than I need to do this. You need to find an ideal client with both a want and a need to invest in you, not just want. That will help you too. How you can get to that often is like, what happens if you don't do this thing that you desire? What happens if, oh, well, then I might quit altogether, or, oh, well, then I might, go bankrupt, or, oh, I might, really impact my marriage, or, oh, I might not live very long because I won't be healthy, or, oh, like when you put it into a want and a need, game changer. Hoping this was massively helpful. Again, 6-month container is open. Let me know if you want info on that. Let Suzanne know, myself. We're happy to share that with you. It's going to be so epic. I'm happy to meet with you for coaching and talk to you about different packages there. We can always tailor something to you. And I think that's all for today, everyone. Thank you for being here. If this is valuable, please share the Higher Life with people. It would mean so much. Let's go help women who are ready, to make their next big move and to elevate everything in their life. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Have a blessed week. Bye. You're welcome, Debbie. Bye, Ashley. Bye, Allison. Bye. Bye, Suzanne. Bye, Trisha. Bye, Brittany. Bye, Kara.